Have you ever thought about how secure your digital life is? In the age of technology that we live in, the importance of IT security cannot be overstated. It's like the digital fortress that protects our most valuable treasures, our data. Our personal and professional lives are stored in the form of zeros and ones, in the vast expanses of the digital realm. From treasured family photos to banking details, from confidential business strategies to medical records, all are stored digitally. Just pause for a moment and imagine, what would happen if all the data you have stored digitally suddenly became accessible to someone with malicious intent? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? That's why IT security is not just important, it's absolutely crucial. Let's consider examples of data breaches to underline the importance of IT security. In recent years, we've seen instances where millions of people's personal information was exposed due to lackluster security measures. The consequences: identity theft, financial loss, business failure, and a severe breach of privacy. In the business world, a breach in IT security can be catastrophic. It can mean the loss of competitive advantage, customer trust, and can even lead to legal repercussions. Moreover, fixing the damage after a breach is not only costly, but also time-consuming. For individuals, the fallout can be just as devastating. Stolen personal information can be used to commit fraud, leading to financial loss and a long, stressful process of reclaiming one's identity. But it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is that with a robust IT security strategy in place, these digital disasters can be prevented. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, about building a strong digital fortress to keep the data invaders at bay. So, as we navigate through this digital age, let's remember that our online safety is in our hands. The security measures we adopt today will define our digital future. Remember, in this digital age, your digital fortress is only as strong as its weakest link. Now let's delve into the complex world of IT security. First up, let's talk about encryption. Imagine sending a secret message in a bottle across a crowded room. You wouldn't want just anyone to read it, right? So you create a code that only you and the recipient understand. That's encryption in a nutshell. It's the process of converting information or data into a code to prevent unauthorized access. Next, we have authentication. Think of it as the bouncer at a private party. It's the process of verifying the identity of a person or system. It's like when you enter your password to log into your email. The system checks if the entered password matches the one it has stored. If it does, you're in. If not, you're denied access. Simple yet effective. But what about firewalls? Well, if authentication is the bouncer at the party, then a firewall is like the walls of the building itself. A firewall sets boundaries and controls who can enter and who can't. It monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. It's your first line of defense against unauthorized access to your network. And lastly, we have intrusion detection systems, or IDS. Imagine a security camera at a bank. It's always watching, looking for any suspicious activity. Similarly, an IDS monitors a network or systems for malicious activity or policy violations. It's like having your very own digital security guard. While these concepts might seem daunting, they're all designed with one goal in mind: to keep your data safe. It's a constant battle in the digital world. But with these tools, you're well equipped to defend yourself against potential threats. Just as a lock secures your home, these IT security measures secure your digital life. So what are we protecting ourselves against? Well, let's delve into the murky world of common threats in IT security. Picture this: you're walking down a dark alley. In the world of IT, this alley is the internet, and lurking in the shadows are threats like malware, phishing, and ransomware. First up, we have malware. It's like that thief in the night, silently infiltrating your systems. Malware, short for malicious software, is a general term for any software designed to cause harm. It can sneak into your computer through a dodgy email attachment, a suspicious download, or even by visiting an infected website. Once inside, it can steal your data, damage your files, or even take control of your entire system. Next, we have phishing. Picture a con artist, dressed up as your bank or a trusted website, trying to trick you into giving away your personal information. This is what phishing is all about. It's a deceptive practice where cybercriminals send seemingly legitimate emails or messages, tricking you into revealing sensitive information like passwords, credit card numbers, or social security numbers. It's like a digital masquerade ball, but with dire consequences. Finally, we've got ransomware. Imagine a kidnapper holding your data hostage. That's ransomware for you. It's a type of malware that encrypts your data, locking you out of your own files and systems. The attacker then demands a ransom, usually in the form of cryptocurrency, to decrypt your data. It's digital extortion, plain and simple. These threats are not just figments of some dystopian cyber world. They're very real, and they're out there waiting to exploit any vulnerability they can find. Remember, each click, each download, each email you open is a potential doorway for these threats. Just as you would not open your door to a stranger, do not open your digital doors to these threats. Now that we understand the threats, how do we protect ourselves? A question we all find ourselves asking when navigating the digital landscape. Let's delve into some best practices for securing our precious information. First and foremost, the use of strong, unique passwords cannot be emphasized enough. It's like a lock on a door. The stronger and more unique the lock, the harder it is for intruders to get in. A strong password should be a cocktail of letters, numbers, and special characters. And remember, use a different password for each of your accounts. In case one gets compromised, the others remain secure. Next up, regularly updating your software. Now, this may seem like a chore, but it's a necessity. Every update is like a new layer of armor, protecting your system from the latest threats. These updates often include patches for security vulnerabilities that have been discovered since the last version. So no matter how tempting it may be to ignore that update notification, don't. It's your system asking for an essential security boost. Moving on, let's talk about backing up data. Think of it as a safety net, catching your valuable data if it ever slips through the cracks. Whether it's due to a cyber attack, a system crash, or even just accidental deletion, having a backup can be a lifesaver. Regularly backing up your data to an external hard drive or a cloud-based service ensures that even in the worst-case scenario, your information is safe. Lastly, remember that security is not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process, a continuous cycle of adapting and improving. As the digital world evolves, so too do the threats. Staying vigilant, staying educated, and staying proactive are all key components to maintaining strong IT security. To wrap up, security is not just about the tools and practices we use, but also about the mindset we adopt. It's about understanding that our information is valuable and deserves to be protected. In the realm of IT security, prevention is always better than cure. Let's wrap up what we've learned today. We've embarked on a journey through the complex yet vital landscape of information technology security. By understanding its importance, we've shed light on the fact that it's not just an abstract concept, but a real-world necessity. It's about safeguarding our digital lives, our businesses, and even our societies. We delved into the depths of IT security, grasping basic yet critical concepts. We learned about encryption, a method of scrambling data into an unreadable format to protect it from prying eyes. We tackled authentication, the process of verifying the identity of users, systems, or devices before granting access to data or resources. We also discussed firewalls, digital barriers that guard our systems and networks by controlling incoming and outgoing network traffic based on security rules. These concepts are the building blocks of IT security, and understanding them is the first step towards a secure digital life. We then explored common threats in IT security, recognizing that knowledge is our best defense. From phishing scams that bait us into revealing sensitive information, to ransomware that locks us out of our own systems, to insider threats that come from within our own ranks. These are the dangers lurking in the digital shadows. But we didn't stop at recognizing the threats. We also laid out the best practices for securing our information. We emphasized the need for strong, unique passwords and the use of multi-factor authentication. We recommended regular software updates and backups, as these can be our lifelines in the event of a security breach. We stressed on the importance of education and awareness, because the most secure system is only as strong as its least informed user. In conclusion, securing your digital life is not a choice, but a necessity. Stay safe, stay secure.